Every April 22nd, Earth Day reminds us to think about our planet. We plant trees, clean beaches, and share nature photos with hopeful messages. But you know, one day of action doesn't match the daily impact our lifestyles have on the environment. True sustainability requires consistent effort, not just yearly symbols. Here's the good news. We don't need grand gestures. Simple, science-backed habits, practiced regularly, can create meaningful change for a cleaner, healthier Earth. Many of us want to live more sustainably but feel overwhelmed. Climate change, plastic pollution, and biodiversity loss seem too massive to address personally. But remember, change begins with consistency, not perfection. You don't need to live off-grid or abandon modern comforts. You just need to make conscious choices that respect natural limits and future generations. What we eat affects more than our health. Agriculture, especially livestock farming, consumes water, destroys forests, and releases greenhouse gases. Did you know that methane from cattle is over 25 times more powerful at trapping heat than carbon dioxide? By reducing meat consumption, you can significantly lower your carbon footprint. Even replacing a few meals each week with plant-based options creates measurable change. Try lentils instead of beef, tofu instead of chicken, or beans in your tacos. These simple swaps support climate goals while benefiting your heart health. Water seems abundant, but it's actually a limited and unevenly distributed resource. In the western United States, prolonged droughts have made conservation critically important. Climate change is intensifying these patterns, affecting agriculture, power supply, and daily life. Small household habits make a difference. Fix leaky faucets, turn off the tap while brushing your teeth, and consider low-flow shower heads to save gallons daily. These small adjustments add up across millions of households. Conserving water protects ecosystems and ensures availability for future needs. You don't need to overhaul your plumbing, just be mindful of every drop. Americans throw away nearly 40% of the food they purchase every year. This waste typically ends up in landfills, where it decomposes without oxygen and generates methane. Reducing food waste is one of the simplest ways to lower your environmental impact. Start by purchasing only what you need. Store perishables properly and transform leftovers into new meals. Composting food scraps instead of throwing them away supports soil health and keeps waste out of landfills. Reducing food waste also saves money, reduces guilt, and honors the energy used to grow, transport, and prepare our food. Our vehicles run on fossil fuels. Each gallon of gasoline burned releases about 20 pounds of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Transportation is now the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. Rethinking how we move from place to place can make a substantial difference. Walking and cycling produce zero emissions and support better health. Even taking public transit or carpooling reduces your daily carbon output. Many cities now offer bike shares and improved public transportation systems. Choosing these options, even once a week, reduces traffic congestion and air pollution. Sustainable travel doesn't mean sacrificing comfort, it means reimagining convenience with our planet in mind. Most homes still rely on polluting energy sources. Coal, natural gas, and oil-powered plants generate much of our electricity. Using less electricity means demanding less from these sources. Start with simple changes. Replace incandescent bulbs with LED alternatives. Unplug devices that draw standby power. When it's time to replace appliances, invest in energy-efficient refrigerators, air conditioners, and washing machines. Smart thermostats can reduce heating and cooling needs by adapting to your patterns. These changes lower emissions and utility bills without sacrificing comfort. Plastic was once celebrated as a miracle material, lightweight, inexpensive, and durable. Today, it's a global crisis. Single-use plastics fill landfills, pollute oceans, and harm wildlife. They never truly decompose. Instead, they break down into microplastics that contaminate water, air, and even human bodies. Switching to reusable alternatives is a straightforward step towards sustainability. Cloth shopping bags, metal water bottles, and glass containers reduce waste and last for years. Consider carrying your own straw or utensils if you eat on the go. When you avoid single-use items, you send a powerful message. Convenience should not come at nature's expense. Where your goods come from matters. Food, clothing, and household items often travel thousands of miles before reaching your home. This transportation adds to carbon emissions and energy use. Supporting local producers reduces that distance and encourages sustainable practices. Farmers markets and community-supported agriculture programs connect you directly to local sources. Seasonal produce tastes better, requires less refrigeration, and often uses fewer pesticides. When you buy local, you reduce emissions and strengthen your community's economy while gaining a better understanding of the true cost of production. Big environmental challenges can feel overwhelming, but personal habits have the power to shift the tide. Each eco-friendly decision you make sets an example for others. Friends, family, neighbors, they notice. The power of collective action lies in its quiet repetition. Make Earth Day more than just a holiday. Let it be a prompt, a reminder that our planet's future lives in our daily routines. Small choices, multiplied daily and shared widely, build resilience into our world. Sustainability isn't some distant goal. It's in your kitchen, your commute, your wardrobe, your water bill, and every choice that shapes a greener life. So what simple step will you take today? For more on this story, find a link to the article on Earth.com in the description.